Filling, filing from Fulton County DA Fannie Willis acknowledges personal relationship with prosecutor, but says it's not disqualifying for Trump case. So this is true. And I remember when the little rumors were coming out about it, and I was like, yeah, that sounds like that could be true. And it does show like a bit of a conflict of interest, like, but it's given that this high profile case is the reason why it came out. I wonder how many other cases have been impacted by these kinds of situations, where these people got personal relationships. This one came out because it was the Trump case. What about Tebow and Charlie, who caught a case last week, and you had the same kind of situation with these personal relationships, and it led to these dudes going to jail, and they was innocent, or they was guilty and they got off. Either way, it says breaking a filing from Fulton County DA Fannie Willis acknowledges a personal relationship with prosecutor Nathan Wade, but pushes back on allegations of misconduct in Georgia election interference case. In a new court filing, Willis claims she has no financial conflict of interest that constitutes a legal basis for disqualification from the case, that she has no personal conflict of interest that would justify her or the office's dismissal. Sounds to me like this case going to get dismissed on these grounds. Retrial. It says, so this is an insane issue, but Clarence Thomas, insurrectionist wife, isn't, and he's a SCOTUS judge. Yeah, I think that's an issue too. Another one says, this is a conflict of interest. She is not above the law, neither is her boyfriend. Another one says, why is Clarence Thomas still seated on the Supreme Court after being gifted high-end trips and many donations from millionaires? The thing about that is that if we're not talking about Clarence Thomas right now, we're talking about Fannie Willis right now. So like, it's like the thing, you're speeding and the cop pulls you over, and you're like, why you pull me over? Those other people were speeding too. Look. And he's like, I didn't pull them over. I pulled you over for speeding. Right now we're talking about you speeding. Can I see your license and registration, please? Like, after I get done with them, I'll go deal with after I get done with you, I'll try to go deal with them. But right now we're dealing with you. It's the whole pointing fingers thing. And it happens a lot in politics right now. It's like you say something about Trump, and then they'll be like, well, what about Biden? Say something about Biden, they say, well, what about Trump? It's like, let's deal with one thing at a time. Just because somebody else is doing it doesn't dismiss that you're doing it. And we caught you, and we're trying to hold you accountable for this. That's not how you get out of trouble, is by saying somebody else was doing the trouble. Like, why are you picking on me? Well, why did you do the crime? It says she is correct, but she should have used more common sense during this time. Seems like a pretty stupid move during such an important and high-profile case. Did she really think no one will find out? That face right there is a face of, I didn't think nobody would really look at this situation. Like, I never thought this would come out. Yeah, well, you brought the attention on yourself with this high-profile case. So, yeah, of course they're going to dig. It says exactly her personal life has no bearing on the case in front of them. I don't know. Sometimes your personal life does, when your personal life involves someone else who's involved in the case. Like, actually, it kind of does, especially if those people are acting in a professional capacity related to the case. It kind of does. It kind of does. It says this has nothing to do with this case. It kind of does. It kind of does. It kind of does. If the dude she was screwing was random Joe Blow, it would, but it's not. So it does.
Looks like we got us another hit. Yep.